Welcome back, everyone, to Paru's Custom Corner. This is our second session, and today we're looking at the red and the blue cards. I'm once again joined by my friend here, Mr. Pattywagon,
Hello, hello.
and we're going to dive straight
And
into this first card. What does it
yeah,
do?
I'm gonna read this Head of the Mansion Remelia Scarlet, level 1. When this is placed on stage from hand, middle of the top 2, and gain X power equal to 1,000 times the number of characters milled. Not traded characters, just any character. And the second effect is a climax combo. When it attacks, if you have mist that blocks the sun in your climax zone, that's a standby climax, you can pay a cost of discarding a card. If you do, salvage a fantasy trait character, and this card gains the following ability until the end of the opponent's turn. When this is front attacked, you may return this to hand. So this is on a standby. It has forced mill, which milling is good to go with the standby climax, you would think. But I don't know.
I've played a very similar. So Haruhi actually has a really similar level 1 standby climax to this, where it's on play forced mill 2. And you'd think that that would be really good. But there are definitely situations where it's like, wow, I have to choose this turn between standbying and playing my level 1 combo, because if I play my combo, I am forced to mill out my deck
I see.
and
Yeah, that
whiff
can
the
be awkward.
standby.
Yeah.
So that part is not great. I also like forced mill. It's cool early on, but it can like screw you in some situations.
How much does the ability to discard a standby target mitigate that disaster scenario? A bit.
Discard a standby target. I think you only have one standby in the set.
Right.
So like, you discard it, and then you have to trigger one of your 3 standbys in your deck.
Oh, correct, because this is on attack, not on
Yeah.
climax placement. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, Zombieland has this level 1 profile where like you discard a card salvage and then you gain on attack bounce back. It was not good with Bar. It's probably definitely not good with standby. And like I think the main standby target gains power for each character in your stage. So you actually like neg your standby character power every time you like choose to take the plus off of this.
That's interesting. Yes, you're right. Yeah, that's not good synergy. Okay, well, based on what you're saying, this doesn't seem that good.
No, there is a decent finisher that combos off the same climax. So you might just like play like 2 copies of this card in the deck. Just if you wanted to play that finisher already, just because like it's something at least.
Sure, and if I recall, there's actually a minor reason. I actually don't remember that. There's either a minor reason why you might actually want to field this on the level 3 turn, or there's a reason you definitely don't want to. And I don't remember which of those 2 it is, but
we'll that'll be really
together,
fun.
I guess, when we get there.
Like you said, this card does not require you to mill traded characters. Do these usually require you to mill traded characters?
Yeah, they usually require you to mill traded.
Okay.
They usually these power pump effects on play when they mill check for traded mills. Also, if we're comparing it to the Zombieland saga, I believe that this should have a field condition on the climax combo itself.
Oh, is it like if you have another character or something?
Exactly. So it's not quite balanced.
Yeah, both effects have a problem. Flavor. She is a vampire. You know, she's calling back. You know, the undead. She does have a lot of like servants to pull from, so that could be like the salvage. I think the flavor is good enough for it. I don't think this card is like good at all. I think this is like garbage. Like this is like a card that you begrudgingly put in your deck just because you're already playing the standby. Also, the when is not capitalized. I just thought that was kind of funny. Like in the when this card is frontal attacked. I think that's neat. Alright, next card. We've got Yokai Extermination, Reimu Hakare. Two or less climaxes in waiting room. It is an early play. It gains 1,000 power for each character in your opponent's backstage. And then when it's level 2 or higher, battle opponent becomes reversed, you can stock the top card of your deck. Wait a minute. This is terrible. This is terrible. You know what this is? Wait, this is
This is a funny card.
This is what's his name from Mob, but he forgot to put the heal in.
Yeah, that's what. So this is funny because it is missing a major subsidized level 3 effect like heal or plus or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But strangely enough, because this doesn't have a major level 3 effect, it is very big. With a possibly snowballing on reverse effect that wants the card to be big. So as like a standby target, because it doesn't, as a standby target, because it doesn't have an on-play effect that's any good, it actually is improved. But yeah, I agree that this is a funny card that actually has a role because the level 3 effect was forgotten.
That's funny. So it's under spec, right?
I think so.
I'm thinking of the Mob
early
one.
play. 2 or less early play is worth 500 budget.
Mm-hmm. Right, so 11K.
1K for each back row is 1,000 budget.
Okay, so 10,000.
Now we're down to 10,000. And then on reverse level 2, a higher battle opponent is worth 500 budget. So I think you're right that this is under spec by 500.
Right, so this should have like just on play heal on it, which was probably intended to be there.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, apparently I'm going over.
And
flavor.
No,
not really. This is like the main character.
She's. I recognize this person, and it's I found it very humorous.
Her power is the ability to float out of reality. I don't know how you capture that on a Weiss card, but this is not it.
Right, yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, too bad.
Next card's good. What's it do?
Night Prowler Rumia. Level 0. When it attacks, choose one of your other fantasy characters, and that character gets 1,000 power until end of turn. And also, on death, ditch 1, check 4, add a level 1 or higher. So this is a Fuka Zero. I really don't like Fuka Zeros, but they're fine. But I agree, this is balanced.
They're like a thing you have to play.
Playable.
They're like a thing that you have to just play sometimes.
They fulfill their role. They're okay.
Flavoring. Not really. She's like her power is like darkness, and or not negative, but yeah, it's kind of just whatever.
Sure.
We got a door combo here. If you got 2 or more fantasy characters, this gets plus 2,000 power. The beginning of Encore step. If checking the donation boxes in climax area and there's no character facing this, or the character facing this is reversed, look it up to 4, take 1, reveal it to your opponent, put it in your hand, put the rest into waiting room. I think this is worse than vanilla Minami.
Why is that?
I think the rolling power is like one of the best parts about this like profile.
Yeah. I think that's right.
And this can be stopped. Like, imagine playing this card into Alice. You just like lose the game on the spot.
Grisaya had this exact card on a Kazuki, the genius girl with white hair.
Okay.
But I don't remember ever playing against that. So
there's probably a reason for that.
Yeah. But it's not like embarrassing.
I think it's not. I would never sleeve this.
Sure. Some people like the Pekora from Hololive, which is a little bit similar, but that also has like snowballing power.
Yeah, that card's end of attack too, right? Not Encore step.
Yeah, that sounds right.
The Encore Step timing is cool because it lets you know, like, you have like the knowledge to move through your deck.
That is cool.
I don't think there's any flavor here.
No, I like the climax art though.
Yeah, that's a good art.
Next, Magician from the Outside. Sumireku Usami. This is a 1/1 with 3 abilities. A friend of mine likes to call these planeswalkers from Magic the Gathering. So the 3 abilities are rest this card, pump a fantasy character 2/5, rest this card, and discard a card to kill an opponent's cost 0 in the center stage, and rest this card and pay 2 stock to heal. And you're about to say...
It's the Fujimi card!
Yeah, I thought that was a cool card. I was sad that I didn't really see much play.
I played AOT into that card before, like wind AOT.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's really funny when your errands get bottom decked every turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's cool, but I don't know. I'm gonna guess that it doesn't. I'm gonna guess it doesn't really find a home in decks. It just is a cool card.
That sounds accurate.
I'm gonna say D+.
Yeah, I'm gonna say C-. Same thing.
This is a copy of the Fujimi card, so it's balanced. Is this a very flexible magician in Touhou?
I'm actually not. She's from the fighting, like the newer fighting games, and I actually don't really know. I haven't played those.
I see. Fighting game options.
Option. Oh, that's the option selector. I got you.
All right.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so glad I get to read the next card. All right, we've got my waifu, Bunbun Maru Reporter, Aya Shimemaru. 3/2, 4,000 power. 2 effects. All of your characters in front of this card get plus 2,000 power, and then it is a Brian Storm. Pay 1, rest 2 characters. Flip 4, search.
So what have you noticed about...
So I'm noticing a lot of things about this card immediately. First of all, this seems to have been made specifically to bother me.
Yeah.
This card is terrible. Like I don't even know how to... This is worse than, I think, a lot of actual level 0 brainstorms.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. There's a pattern of level 3 red cards missing
their on play effects.
Yeah.
I think Brian Storm is a riot. I think that's one of the funniest things I've seen all day.
How flavorful is that? This is a reporter, a newspaper writer, it looks like, from the flavor text?
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like research to me.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this card is probably under spec.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like the what set had this? Was it HoloLive?
Yeah,
the HoloLive one did something. It was like heal on play.
Yes, the HoloLive card healed on play.
No, I'm giving this negative flavor. I hate everything about it. Oh, was that Miko?
Yes, that was Miko, and Miko was 3,500 power and also healed. So yeah.
Wait, so it's actually on spec?
Nah, I think it is. It is under spec by 500 power, because healing is 1,000 power.
Oh, is it? Okay, sure. What the hell? Okay.
All right, Paru doesn't buy Brainstorm as a newspaper researching.
No,
and this card is just
actual F-.
It is intended to be a standby target.
Yeah,
right?
I get that.
Still, you want this to do something.
There's probably a level 3 gains 2,000 power assist somewhere that's like just better than this.
Right. I'll give it an F+.
I think this is one of the worst cards we've seen so far. This might be the worst card that we've seen so far.
That's devastating. I'm sorry for you.
Yeah, this is really tilting, actually. All right, let's look at the next one. Maybe this one's better.
This is another Reimu Hakure, level 3. The last one was also a level 3?
Okay. The last
During your
Reimu was a
turn.
level 1. It was the
Okay.
Minami combo.
Sorry. All these characters look the same.
You're good.
During your turn, this gets 2,000 power. On play, heal, and climax combo with the door. On attack, if the door is in your climax zone, you may pay 2, ditch 2. If you do, choose 2 cards in your opponent's waiting room, shuffle them into the opponent's deck, and burn 4.
It's Ishtar.
Yeah, it's Ishtar with a slightly different power condition. I played a lot of Ishtar. I was very frustrated actually by... So, decompression climax combos scale based on the opponent's deck state. When the opponent's deck is small, decompression is extremely powerful. But when the opponent has just reset their deck, decompression by just shuffling 2 does basically nothing. And they might not even have targets to shuffle back in.
Yeah.
So the only saving grace I had with Ishtar was that Ishtar was cross turn 11k, which meant that you could play for like a 2-turn thing. To play them down, heal, and then like play for maybe one of them lives, and you can combo the next turn when their deck state is more amenable to the burn actually sticking. The fact that this Reimu is cross turn on off turn only 9 really limits its ability to play like that.
Sure, that makes sense. Is this under spec by 500 power?
I think no. We can bring up the Ishtar real quick.
Isn't during your turn 2k worth like 500?
During your turn 2k is worth 500 or is worth 1k budget. You give up 1k on both turns to get 2k spike on your turn.
That doesn't make sense. That's the same as gaining 2k cross turn. Gaining 2k cross turn is the same budget as gaining 2k during your turn?
Well, getting power cross turn usually requires you to meet some field condition or whatever. Here you have no condition to meet. This is just written on the card.
Oh, so if this said during your turn, if you have 2 or more other guys gain 2,000, then it would only be 500.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, sure. Okay.
I think this is fine.
It's like fine, yeah.
Yeah, I would. These are not the first 4 cards you put in a deck. Unlike some of the end game climax combos we've seen before this.
Yeah, like the bar
where you
you
solid. Build around them, and those are the first cards you put in your deck, and you build a deck leading up to it. Instead, this would be like one of the last cards you put in because you like something at level 1 or something, and then you look at your remaining options. You're like, okay, I guess this is gonna fill in the rest of the slots.
I could use some red healers. Oops, guess I'm playing this finisher. Just like no flavor here.
What is resolving incidents? What is that?
That's a door.
Like flavor wise.
What
kind of incident?
Incidents are what they refer to like.
Oh, incident is jargon.
Yeah, incidents is Touhou jargon. It is like if there's an event happening that needs to be fixed.
I see.
You know, the moon has been stolen out of the sky. That's an incident.
I see. To me, that just reads like IT speak.
Yeah.
She handled the ticket. All right.
Yeah, high priority one. Hey, I like this character too. It's another Tengu. It's Tenga Reporter.
This is another reporter.
Yeah. This one makes a lot more sense too. This is Tenga Reporter Hatate Himekaido. She's got pay 1, act, reveal, restless card. Reveal top card of the deck. If that card has a soul trigger, put it into your hand. So it can grab climaxes. And then it is pay 1. Discard 1 and sack her to salvage a character. So this character is another reporter, but instead of actively... Okay, so Aya she creates problems and then reports on them so that she can be the first person to report on them. Yeah, this...
Like Nightcrawler.
I'm not familiar with Nightcrawler, I'm sorry. This character does not physically go to things. She can like takes spirit photos, and she kind of just projects photos of a thing from far away onto her phone.
Right, and that's like grabbing soul triggers because
I don't know, you're just grabbing something. You're not physically. I don't know, man. You're just taking a picture. You're taking a picture of the thing on top of your deck. It's not much, but I think it's more than what the Aya had.
I won't go minus for you.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay. Balance wise, everything seems to be in order.
Right, it's not far off, but what I've got. Oh, this is painful. Like,
what do you have?
People. Okay. I think I want to reiterate something in case, just in case people getting the wrong idea. Okay, it is not a big deal. It is way more important to design cards that kind of work together and make for fun games of Weiss than it is for your card to be 500 under over spec. But so don't get this the wrong way. This is like nerd town here. So
anyone watching this is fully aware that they're participating in nerd town.
So I think this should be 500 bigger.
Okay.
Because I really should have grabbed this Mitsuya ahead of time. There's a Tokyo Revenger Mitsuya that has this. There's been a couple other cards that have this effect, but I think the Tokyo Revenger Mitsuya is the easiest like comparator. Because from what I recall, it had the least number of other effects going on.
I think Idolmaster has this card too, right? With like only one other effect.
So Tokyo Revenger Mitsuya, if we were trying to figure out how much to value this like Soul Trigger Plus thing.
Yeah.
Mitsuya has 2 effects on it, and then we have to go down the stupid inference train to figure out how much is this other first effect on Mitsuya, the Persona 5 bus effect. And we can find that Persona 5 bus effect on another card.
Is it the bus? Oh, we're actually like going on a train here, huh?
Yeah,
you're taking me on the bus.
I'm taking you on the bus ride. It'd be a lot smoother a bus ride if the bus driver knew where all the stops were ahead of time instead of looking them up as he drove. So this is I never watched the Cars movies.
This is Mater. This is Toe Mater.
Okay. So this dude this truck has 2 effects also. The first effect, pay 1 run to back row at the beginning of attack phase, is worth 1,500 power.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We could go on another train ride, another bus ride to find a card with that effect on it.
Aaron.
I guess just whatever, just trust me.
Aaron is a vanilla of that 1,500
Oh, great.
power.
Nice. Yeah. Awesome. So that one's worth 1,500 power, leaving 1,000 worth of budget to pay for the second effect. And the second effect is the bus saving effect.
It's the same as the Mitsuya, yeah.
So now we know that this effect is worth 1,000. So then we look at Mitsuya, and we know Mitsuya is using 1,000 for the bus save effect, leaving 1,000 left over for the Soul Trigger save. So that means we know that the Soul Trigger effect plus is worth 1,000.
Okay.
And then we have to think about how much would this other effect be worth. Ditch 1, sack this, salvage. That's on a lot of cards. And I don't have one written down, but I think that means that's worth 500 power. I don't know. You might know one off the top of your head to confirm, but I believe that this second effect, the salvage effect, is worth 500.
Well, of course I know it, except when you need me to tell you what it is.
There's a ReZero Rem-Rom bomb. ReZero Rem-Rom.
My first thought was the Kobayashi, but that card has another weird first effect, so I wouldn't know.
Here's Rem and Rom. Rem and Rom is a level 0 bomb, which is normally worth 1,000 power budget, leaving 500 left over for this hand fix effect. So that tells us that this first effect is worth 1,000, and the second effect on our Hatate is worth 500. So this card is actually 500 power under spec.
Welcome
can be 500
to Nerd Town, everyone.
Yeah, that's Nerd Town. That's me doing my reporting. I did my homework.
That was good. That was good stuff. I didn't come prepared. I just kind of showed up to class and hoped that no one would ask me anything.
Okay.
Strength-wise, I don't think that first effect is particularly good unless you have like good top check rearranges.
Right.
Like Idolmaster had. Yeah.
I appreciate that this second effect lets you bail. It lets you bail out in two different ways. Like once you make the first mistake of putting this on the board, you have the second option of getting rid of it. Okay. But in another sense, you know, you can turn any random card you get off the top into a card you actually need at the moment. So I really like. I don't think that these two effects have been printed on the same card before. So this is actually cool, like design thought process of. So these two cards actually kind of make sense together. So that's cool design. But strength-wise, I think it's not very good.
Yeah, I agree.
But you're right. It really wants something else to make it work.
I like the flavor text on this card. I think it's ripped straight from one of the games.
Oh, really? Well, this also works with that 1/1 maybe that we talked about earlier. The Hollow Live. Aki Rose. The Aki Rose that lets you.
Yes.
2. So maybe this could work with that. I don't know.
You're right. So this is what you do, Alex. Hang on. Or this is what you do. Hear me out. So you played on the Aki Rose, right? You played on this card. You use the second ability on this card to add this card back to your hand, which triggers the Aki Rose. And then you play this card back down on the stage, and you use that first effect, and you get a card to your hand. So you go 0.
That's actually kind of sick. That's actually kind of cool.
It's definitely something.
Yeah. Next, I like this art. Another Remi Hakure, Eternal Shrine Maiden. During your turn, this gets 2,000 power, and at the beginning of the opponent's attack phase, mill run. How do you feel about mill runners that are only big during your turn?
I think that the lose case on a mill runner makes. I would almost rather play a vanilla mill runner just because the 25 might be enough to live even if the mill fails.
Yep, we are totally on the same page. I don't know what kind of rating to give it. I'm just gonna copy you here.
I mean, it is a plus and 0. It might sometimes get you there.
Okay.
Also, this is one of the hang on, I have to. Oh, get that out of there. This kind of opens up, or not opens up, but it's one of the cards where it's almost kind of ripped straight from when I was making a Touhou custom set.
You were inspired by the same muse.
Apparently. There's one card in blue that's going to be really funny to look at that is almost an exact clone of a card that I had previously made. Anyways, I can't find it. It's whatever. Mine was just a vanilla mill runner, though. The same character and everything.
Yeah.
Balance.
Well, is there a reason for that?
No.
That you
there must be, right?
Decided that you both thought that it fit this character.
Probably. Here. Let me hit you with the lore. Well, not lore, but let me hit you with gameplay mechanics. In Touhou, once you've moved past the point of being able to just complete the game without gaming over, people start competing for score. They try to get high scores. One of the ways to get to jack your score way the hell up is to graze bullets, or to you get very close to them without actually getting hit.
Oh, that's clever.
And this character, Reimu, has the smallest hitbox, so you can weave in between bullets the easiest with her. So I think that's runner. She's going in between between the guys. She's evading.
And then you screw up and hit a climax and die.
Yeah. It's perfect, right?
That's actually not that bad. Well done.
Oh, broken card alert.
Yeah, this card is pretty cool. I think you can read this one.
Yeah, we got Purifying Light Junko. When you use this card's backup, choose one of your opponent's characters and one trait of that character. That character loses all of that trait until the end of the turn, and it's a 1/1 2K backup.
I think this card is really cool.
It is really cool.
It also seems like really, really strong.
I agree.
I think one stock is
a lot.
Going to be one stock is a lot, but it could have very high reward.
Sorry, what I meant to say is I think that one stock gets you a lot here.
Yes. The one stock, when it does nothing on the board, is painful, but it is so commonly going to do something that, yeah.
This backup can like win you 3 lanes on its own, regardless of like what your other 2 characters are even doing.
Yes. So I think it's strong. But
I don't know if it's balanced, but like I don't think this is like
right. Like you can probably guess I tried to look for some attempt at an analog, but I gave up.
Okay, so there are characters that are just on play give minus trait, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the Hermes from Danmachi.
Yes, and there
so what is that effect worth?
And there are counter steps that allow you to mess with traits, like the Fujimi Bunko Data Live event.
Fujimi has it, I think. Love Live Nijigasaki has a 1/0 event counter that does that.
That's also right. That notorious event. So you can try to figure out a budget for it.
Notably, so the Fujimi one's an event counter, right? It's like a 2/0.
Yes.
Did that one only get rid of a 1 trait from one character, or did it get rid of the trait from everything? Didn't it like remove traits completely from the field?
I'm tempted to say removed all traits.
Like I think that was like one of the few Armin outs.
Yeah. But no, I don't know whether it has balance. I'm just going to put a question mark. But it is possible with enough effort you could figure it out.
Yeah.
As far as strength, I think this is one of the better.
Oh, it's really good, dude.
Level 1 counters you could play. But I'll just put B+.
Yeah, I was thinking the same
I could understand someone. Purifying Light.
It's pure. I don't remember this character. I remember the character, but I don't. Her thing was like she's just kind of like a crazy woman, who like.
Yeah.
Whose son was murdered. I don't remember her power or anything.
My initial reaction, based on this flavor text, is surprised that this isn't an anti-change backup.
Oh, that's really funny. That says Chang'e, not change. The flavor, I legitimately do not know. Yeah, I'm just giving it fucking tilde.
Okay. No, you're right. Question marks everywhere.
This card is really good though. If this card is balanced, it's sick.
And if you're gonna choose something for a set to have that's really good and cool, I mean, it'd be cool if this was like this set's thing. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
Next, Rhythm Master Horikawa Raiko. It's a 1/1. When your other fantasy trait character attacks, this gets 1500 power until the end of the turn, and it has clock on.
I think. So we recorded with the regular PGH cast, Sword Art 10th anniversary anime yesterday. I think this exact same card was in there, and we gave it an F.
I see.
I'd
be very surprised by that because I think that this should be 500 power bigger.
Yes, so. I was going to mention that also. So we gave that card an F, and this one is worse than that. Yeah. F minus, dude. I'm not paying one stock for something that only swings at 85. I think there's a case to be made for the 1/1s that like gain X power for the total number of characters you have. So those ones usually swing for like 10k with those get with huge, everything man. When everything goes right. This is dreadful though. This is barely swinging. Like there are literally level 1s that like attack at this power line. Like
costless
ones
level
like
ones,
costless level 1s. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
What a disservice to a cool character.
So is this rhythmic to attack last? Alright, that's a little stretch.
No.
Okay.
I'm giving it the minus. Nothing rhythmic about
Too
that.
bad. Horikawa Raiko, not a good card.
Sick theme song though. This character also has a sick theme song. We got Tiny Yokai, Shinmyomaru, Sukuna. She's tiny. She's like an inch tall. But she's like strong. Gets -2 level while on the stage. During your turn, gets plus 10,000 power. I love it. This is good. This is excellent flavor.
Sounds good to me. Nobody would ever put this in a deck, would
No,
they?
I don't think
I know
so.
They've been printing. I think I saw some lists.
Some people might play the 7 deadly
Ks.
The 7 deadly sins one I think is good because it's a memory kick. So like it just removes things outright. I don't remember if the set had a Oh
yes,
shit.
you don't remember if the set had something?
Sorry, Hisomu got me. It's been a while since I've seen a Kisniver card.
Yeah.
If this set had a oh god, hang on, I'm like losing my mind now. Like one of those level 3s that just gains 6k. Or level 2s, I mean, that just gains 6k against the level 3.
Right. I believe we're gonna see one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd rather just play that. If I'm like already in that color, I'd rather just play that. But
so as far as budgeting goes, then like so strength, I don't know, D. I'll do D. So far as like balancing goes, this Hisomu has the same first effect of -2 level on stage.
It gains 15.
So it gets an extra 15 exactly. And so you're gonna have to hold. We're gonna have to hold 2 thoughts in our head at once, Paru. This is gonna get difficult.
Okay, I'll try to hang on to one for you.
The first thing gives it an extra 15 budget. So
we're working with 10K.
Correct. And then during your turn, gain 10K with no conditions attached.
Removes 8.
That costs 5,000.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I don't know why I said 8.
I worried that we were gonna pass our threshold of how many thoughts we could hold in our head at once.
I think we hit it.
So we go from 10,000 down back to 5,000.
Okay.
Usually. So this is a bit.
So she's not big enough. Okay.
Correct. This could actually be on your turn a 15K.
I'll bump it up to a C if we get the 15K.
Yeah, I think that sounds reasonable to me.
We got the other climax here.
Yes, this is the same standby on a level 3 younger sister, Devious younger sister, Flandre Scarlet. This is some text here. When this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, if mist that blocks the sun is in your climax zone, you can pay the cost, and the cost is 6 stock. Discard 3 fantasy trait cards from your hand into the waiting room, and sack 4 other characters from your stage. Okay, so if you pay that cost, choose up to 2 of your opponent's characters, put them in your opponent's clock, and then burn 5 twice. I don't have any thoughts about this card except to say that the obvious thing before I turn it to you that 5 twice and a double clock kick is, perfect 7 lethal, which is attractive.
Yes.
What do you have to say?
I think Godzilla has this exact clock kick 2 and burn 5 twice.
Mm-hmm.
And that one has to be the only character on the stage, which makes it kind of terrible.
Yes.
But this one's allowed to have 2 other attacks.
Yes.
And
it's allowed to attack last.
It is. And you have decent like off finishers like Musashi's. So you can like play so you can play like actual finishers plus this. You can also standby this out to like subsidize your stock.
That is true.
Memory kick instantly disables everything here, and memory kick
very
is
vulnerable.
very playable right now.
I agree with everything you're saying. That its cost isn't as expensive as it looks because it gets to attack last. So you generate 3 stock, and you can standby it out.
So do you have something funny to say?
The thing about the level 1 combo, I now remember. So the ditch 3 traded is occasionally annoying for decks if they draw climaxes going into their final turn after clock phase, but your level 1 combo can filter out your you can discard a
climax, get a character back.
Yes. I don't know, you might occasionally do that. But no, I'm not, I have nothing funny to say. Is this good? Is this playable? What is this?
I don't know if it's balanced because like I don't know how you would even check. It's a lot of cost.
Yeah, that requires being a real nerd.
Yeah.
To figure out.
But like I'm sure it's probably fine. It probably actually like ends up being fine.
Yeah, I agree.
Flavor, she's like pretty strong. She destroys shit. I see it. It's a character that you would give like a nutty finisher to.
Okay.
Strength. I don't know, man. Oh, this also needs a reverse. In addition to not being none of your lanes can be money countered.
Or you need to find a reverse for this card. At least you can clock kick back row at least.
Oh, dude. Okay, this is like my least favorite thing ever is standby decks that need a reverse at level 3.
Yeah, it's a problem for good standby decks, sure, but maybe this isn't one, so then that's not a problem, is
it? Oh, you're right.
Yeah, if your standby deck is bad, then you won't win all your lanes, so you're fine.
If your standby deck is bad, why are you playing standby climaxes in your deck?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to instinct C-.
I think you're better off just playing into the bar stuff.
Sure. I agree.
But it's neat. It's Lunatic Fairy Clown piece. She's a clown, and she wears the American flag on her outfit. Very patriotic character. On play, return 2 characters from waiting room to deck, shuffle your deck, choose a character, gets 1,000 power for the turn. And also, when you play a climax, bounce it hand, choose a character, gets 1,000 power for the turn, and when this card attacks, look it up to 2, choose one from among them, put it on top. This is identical to the Nino from Quintessential Quintuplets. This is, I think, word for word, right? The same card?
Yeah, almost. The first effect on the Nino is...
return 2 quintuplets characters?
Yeah, it's trait bound on the shuffleback and trait bound on the pump assignment.
Oh no, he copy-pasted the effect wrong.
Also, I think the Nino pumps soul on the shuffleback. So, like, it's a little bit...
Oh, you're right.
It's like a mix between the Nino and Hololive Roboco-san.
Wait a minute. Soul's worth 2,000 power, isn't it?
We're stepping on a landmine here, Paru. There is some there is active discussion on how to evaluate soul pump.
There's active discussion?
Yes, there's
who's actively discussing this? Oh my god, I want to be involved in this journal.
But as I'm saying is, yeah, I'm not sure how to compare soul pump and power pump.
I'm just thinking of spammable brainstorms.
Right.
Always, they either give a soul or they give 2,000 power.
Or 2K, yeah. There's that's a strong data point in favor of your position, Paru. You should publish that next time.
I'll put that in brainstorms weekly. Or
so yeah, this probably would be trait bound. I think these cards are cool.
I mean, you have a standby to play this with.
That's true. You'd only put it. I guess I don't know. You know if your deck wants it or not.
It is. It makes the mill 2 a little less terrible because you could like return 2 characters back.
Sure.
Like if you're in a deck state where you wouldn't want to mill 2, and then you basically just like nothing happens. except you mill.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Too. You can shuffle in triggers.
Sure.
A lot less good when you don't have 8 standby. Because like Quince can just play this card every turn and like resolve both effects.
Yeah. As a card that is still in your hand, this card would be live and a relevant option in your hand with a lot less uptime. Yeah, it is worse here.
This character like inflicts lunacy on people. That I don't really see that here.
Clown piece. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Next, this is a 4K if you have 2 or less stock. I used to play these.
I actively play this in Konosuba because you have no better yellow
cards. Yeah, I can't stomach playing that card because I can't handle the art.
The art's pretty wild. I admit, they definitely did not, skimp out drawing that one up. Strength-wise, it's like not the worst thing I've ever seen. Yeah. No sense for this character to have this effect at all. Something that really, actually, I'm going to get for what I'm about to say, I'm going to give this the minus. Okay. Something that really bothers me about this card is that this card is part of a trio where none of them are ever in something without the other two being there. But this character's like 2 friends, Luna Child and Star Sapphire, are not in the set.
Wow. Yeah, okay. That sounds like a good reason for a minus to me. I'm with you, man.
We got Leader of the Wolf Spirits, Saki Kurokoma. She gets plus 500 power for each of your other characters, no trait restriction. When this card becomes reversed in battle, if this card's battle opponent is level 1 or lower, you may reverse that character. Do you know off the top of your head if this exists in a real set?
I don't think it exists. Which is kind of cool.
I'm going to be a little petty for a second.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Oh, I almost closed down OBS. We don't want to do that. This is a card I put in my custom set. In 2016.
That is crazy. The same muse, indeed.
Little weird, right? It's like
I think that's really weird. That is so remarkable to me that it actually makes me more believing of the idea of muses that inspire people to be creative.
Now they're different characters, but like, I don't know, man. Something about that. Something about that tickled me the wrong way. Anyways, I don't think this is good.
Yeah.
I don't think it's flavorful.
To put this in a deck, right?
Yeah.
And is it in perfect balance?
Nope,
Paru?
Because that card does not say each of your other yokai or fantasy or animal or whatever the hell trait characters. Also, it says in battle, all one word. Please send me cards with grammar. Good words, good spelling.
Okay, here we got Numbless Servant.
No, it's another No! Nameless Servant. She's named Love Life Sunshine, dude.
Does any card refer to this?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
This card,
find out. If not,
it is flavorful that it's a vanilla, but other than that, it's terrible. Because this character doesn't even have an official name. And they don't have any lines of dialogue. They just show up for a single mini-boss fight, and they die.
Oh, cool. I played this in Guilty Crown, so not that bad. Next.
You didn't have to read that last one. What's this one do?
This is an Undead Servant, 1/1 Yoshika Miyako. If you have 2 or more other fantasy trait characters, it's 2K, and it's a hand encore. So 7/5 hand encore. We see these.
So remember when I said that like this set missed out by like giving the zombie effect to a character that wasn't the literal zombie? Yeah, this one's actually just a zombie.
Right.
As a card,
really
it's like
that.
It's fine.
They gave this character a card that actually would possibly see play.
Except this character is forced to keep like reviving. She can't die. I think it's fine. Like it's like the standby level 1.
Yeah.
But hang on, we only have one standby. So that actually takes the rating down for me.
I understand the minus. It'll be a day when
it's like
gets creeped,
it is still like an undead character come back. Like it's fine. Yep. We got slacking fairy woman Komachi Onizuka. Oh, look at that! Actually, wait a minute. If you have 2 or more other fantasy characters, this gets 3,000 power, and it has hand encore. So wait, it looks like your level 1 combo. If you bounce, even if you bounce your level 1 combo, as long as you have 2 back row, you're good to go.
Yeah, I like these 10Ks a lot more than other ones because you can have a lane empty in the front row without just throwing this lane away. So okay, cool. That level 1 combo is not as bad, maybe.
Yeah.
I like this.
Balance
I played this in Ruby, 10K hand encores. This actually should have trait bound hand encore for it to be balanced, which is I know big annoying, but
very funny. I always get too ahead of myself.
If this kept its non-trait bound hand encore, it would be 500 power smaller. But yeah, I like these.
Flavor.
Fairy woman?
Not really. She's like the River Styx guy.
Oh, the River Styx, like the.
She's the dude who
carries people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Ferry them to the dead place.
Yeah.
And that's why she has hand encore, I suppose. Okay.
Yeah.
Next, Shrine Goddess Kanako Iyasaka. Level 3, on play heal. On attack, pay 2, ditch 1, burn 2.
That's not right. Because pay 2, ditch 1 is deal 1 damage to your opponent.
Correct. Yeah, pay 2, ditch 1 is the kind of cost you pay for burn 1. So this is burns for a much more attractive number than normally you'd get for this cost, which makes, I think, this card pretty good.
As written, it's very good, but it is over spec, right?
Yeah, it is over spec.
So you can see that there's a clear bias in the author here. I just want to talk about this real quick because I get to talk about the nerdy lore shit. So, do you remember the frog character?
Yeah, had like three
or 4 different cards. So that character was actually bullied out of their shrine by this character, who now runs it. And this is one of the main recurring like antagonists. She causes all kinds of shit for everyone.
Yes.
And this card has one character. This character has 1 card, and it's like okay.
Yeah.
The other character, the one who like got bullied out of their own shrine, and like they're just very passive. They just kind of like let shit happen. You know, they got like 3 or 4 like good cards. So it's very clear to me that the author really likes Sawako and doesn't really care about this character.
Yes.
To be fair, I hate this character too. I hate this character. The card's good.
How's the flavor on? I'm gonna guess there's none.
No, not really. She's like a storm goddess.
Okay. Last is an event.
1 more red card.
You can read this.
Spirit Sign Fantasy Seal. Choose one of your opponent. No fantasy character, can't play it. Choose an opponent's characters. Choose one of your opponent's characters. Put it into memory. It's like the crystal event from 7 Deadly Sins.
Yeah. I know some people were thinking about playing that.
For the mirror specifically.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't stick.
No.
I don't think there's anything that you'd specifically want to play this for as of like recording this video. But the card itself isn't like terrible. Like we said, like people were considering playing this when it came out with 7 Deadly Sins. I guess it makes sense with Flavor. She's like, sealing them away.
Yeah.
That is what this character does. And Balance, it's a Seven Deadly Sins card. We know that Bushiroad is okay with this. And we don't have any sneaky climaxes this time? Nope. We'll see you guys in blue. Thanks for watching.